Overconsumption has been a prevalent issue of fast fashion that has been affecting the environment, and one of the main reasons that is the case is because of the Philippines' waste generation problem. Waste generation has always been a prevalent issue across the Philippines. The Ecological Solid Waste Management Act of 2000, formerly known as Republic Act 9003, was passed by the Philippine Congress on December 20, 2000. According to President Aquino, the RA 9003 describes solid waste management as a discipline associated with the control of generation, storage, collection, transfer, and transport, processing, and disposal of solid wastes. This allows people to have proper consumer behavior and practice sustainable fashion alternatives. However, despite this provision on environmental care, the Philippines continues to generate a large amount of waste. 75% of textile waste is being thrown in landfills, while only 25% of the waste is being recycled worldwide. 12% of the Philippine population has admitted to disposing of unwanted clothing. 60% of the population's reason for this action was because of clothes that no longer fit, which means changes in body size is one of the main drivers for throwing clothing in the trash. Other reasons cited for the disposal of clothing are damaged or worn out clothing. These findings shed light on the prevailing attitudes and practices regarding clothing disposal among Filipinos. The high percentage of clothes being thrown away rather than repurposed or recycled indicates a significant waste issue. How bad exactly is the environmental impact of overconsumption in fast fashion? When landfills eventually pile up, excess waste will be transported to an area where it can be incinerated. Burning these wastes can cause poisonous gas emissions that can worsen pollution, affect the climate, and can even provide health problems for people that can inhale these emissions. You think this is bad? Fast fashion affects both land and water. Fashion industries are also excessive water users. Creating one cotton shirt will need 3,000 kilograms of water to be used. Not only that, textile dyeing, the process of dyeing clothes, is what's causing water pollution, with untreated chemicals being released into the ocean. Imagine the amount of dye used to create tons and tons of clothing. Now that we know the dangers of fast fashion to our environment, what can we do in order to contribute to reducing these effects? One way is to upcycle clothing. Upcycling is a way to reuse materials into making new products. Any material can be used, such as worn fabrics, garments, and curtains. The designer will then use their creativity into making new clothing with these discarded materials. People at home can also try upcycling their clothes through a DIY process if you're feeling productive. Simply using clothing as rags for cleaning is already upcycling. Upcycling won't be necessary though if you don't throw away unwanted clothes in the first place. And to avoid this is to buy less clothing. If you're shopping for a new wardrobe, make sure you only pick up clothes you either really need or really like. This way, your closet won't be unnecessarily filled with wardrobe, and you will be saving more money. If you're particularly the type of person who really loves having many clothes, then try buying in sustainable fashion brands. There are many local brands in the Philippines that are still in the process of making a name for themselves in the fashion industry. Brands such as Rio Tasso, Muni Muni, and Aliana Ferrer are one of these few brands. The uniqueness of the designs and the curated, zero-waste materials are what makes these brands worth a shot, which also gives a sense of fresh air in this era of fashion. Fast fashion has hidden the truth about the impact of their products, and people need to be aware of this issue in order to make a better future for our environment. The sustainable brands mentioned are proof that there is something that can be done, and hopefully continues to do so as time passes.